Hello, welcome to this tutorial. In this lecture, we are going to learn about SQL statement basic. This is very important. The basic steps what we have to follow and what are the basic terminology which is available in SQL language will be covered in this session. Let's start the session with the course which we are going to covering. It is a complete MySQL from scratch. Structured query language we are going to discussing now. SQL, simply we can pronounce it as an SQL. It is a specialized language to interact with database engine or database servers. Simply we can say that we are going to be storing some data and retrieving some data. It would be like an Excel spreadsheet. It's a Microsoft Excel, MS Excel. Microsoft, there is a licensed version, it is there. MS Office, one is the package, it is an Excel spreadsheet. How we are going to saving the data, rows and columns. The database will have internally, it is in a tables, we can call it as the database table, which is having rows and columns filled with the data. And by using to interacting to with these databases, either inserting the data, retrieving the data, or any modifications of the data, we are going to use to communicate with the database servers using structured query language. Now here we'll see SQL is an ANSI and ISO standard database query language. It will be support a variety of relational database management systems. That is an RDBMS. We simply say that. RDBMS means it's a table will have a relation between multiple tables. It may be if any requirements of the relation between one table to another table that will be established using this RDBMS technology. And a complex databases, if it is in a huge database and the database is having like many relations and many transactions, which is in a complex and huge data, and to avoid like anomalies, we can simply say that duplication of the data. For the purpose, they have introduced like RDBMS means relational database management system. In this RDBMS, there is a first INF, first normalization form, second normalization form, third normalization form, BCNF, Bicot normalization form, fourth normalization form, and a fifth normalization form. Every normalization form is having its own identity. But the identity is to make a differentiation between to avoid and simplifying the database structure as well as avoiding duplication of the data, repeating of the data in the data rows. That is the main like objective of the RDBMS database, to establishing of the relations and avoiding the duplication of the data. All right. Now the basic SQL statement, it would be like, see here, the basic SQL statement using, if I using select statement, like there is a select keyword is there in SQL language. What are the keywords are available, what are the most popular, we'll see in this session only. Whereas here you will see by using the select keyword, customer underscore ID, the statement it is showing here, comma, first underscore name, comma, last underscore name, and these are the comma based 3-column titles. These are the 3-column names, also we can say that. And from the class which I have used highlighted data, it is in a predefined keywords from MySQL or any SQL databases which is supporting SQL language. Strongly remember it. And here select 3 columns from the database, which is the where from products table. That is the table name, it is products. Order by first underscore name. There is a column from the column, select columns, where select customer ID, first name, last name. From products, the table name it is in a products, order by, whether it is an ascending order or descending order, we are making it is an order by class here. And order by it is an I am making it as an assigned, where it is not mentioned anything like ascending order or descending order. It by defaultly it will take it's an ascending order. Order by session, order by clause session, we have in a complete details about this order by clause. On every clauses, we'll have an every independent sessions are available. Okay, we'll look into that. What are the requirements about to take in precautions? What are the advantages of this particular clauses? We'll see all the things. Right. This is the basic like a structure and a skeleton how we are going to be preparing for SQL statement. Select the column names from table or multiple tables, order by or where clause will use to construct a basic SQL statements. Alright. Now, the statement usage we have written on earlier slide how it is prepared. See, SQL select statement is used for reading and retrieving the data rows from the database. The table which are having in the database is having multiple database tables, right? If any table we want to what is exactly having the data inside the table, or already registered records are available. If we want a particular record based on the phone number or any unique number or email ID, we require the person's data, and we sending the particular unique ID like email ID, and we are able to getting the data by using select statement only, right? The data rows from the database table by specifying the criteria of from, where, and where clauses. Like see here, select column 1, column 2, or n number of columns which are required to get the columns from the table. If you are specified by instead of using like column 1, column 2 or name of the titles of the columns, you simply specify star, asterisk, select star from table. You will be given a returned all the columns from the table which are available. Alright. And now similarly we can also mention from where we want to get the data from table. Table 1, table 2, multiple tables we can write here. By using the where condition, we are going to filtering the data. If select star from means it completely all the columns and all the row data it will be returns from the database. It might be if it is in hundreds and thousands, it's okay for me. Whereas it is in lakhs of data rows, then how? The performance automatically it will be degrades, and the client will automatically turns and it's waiting for the data and rotating, keep on rotating some circles and all. To avoid such situations and all, why we require to and every time we need to load for entire table data, unless until we are going to accessing for single user to be perform some action. That particular record only or some criteria, it's from date from the range to so and so, range to so and so, like from date to date, or else some criteria of the group. That particular data is only sufficient, or else which data we are going to doing some activity, like we need to prepare an SQL statements by using the where clause to filtering the data. We need to where we have to specify the specified condition. It may be range or it may be condition, it may be the particular single row data only, as we have to decide it. Alright. Now it's a very important to know about you to begin with this. SQL keywords are not case sensitive. Strongly remember, it's very important. Whenever you are going to writing and preparing an SQL statements in your SQL language, where it may be SQL program or query standardization and procedure languages and preparing procedures and triggers, wherever you are using in SQL, like a predefined built-in language of SQLs, like a select is there, it's an SQL language only, the keyword we needed to write and specify the column name. It's gonna select, and from, FOM, and where, and these are the clauses we are to write either small case, lowercase letters as well as capital letters for all. It's not in a case sensitive. See here I have mentioned whether if I have mentioned small letters of select is same as capital letters of select. Remember it how it is. Okay. Similarly, where also I can write is in a small letters as well as capital letters. Always either case you have to strongly fix it. While where you are going to implementing in a program and start beginning with either small letters or capital letters, you have to fix for your understanding. In this program, to understanding the distinguish between the language of SQL language and writing of the table names and all, I am using capital letters only for the SQL standard keywords all, right? Now see here, an important SQL commands are select, which is the using for retrieving data rows from the database, and update, modify data rows in a database, and delete, the command which is the functional for deleting a specified range of data or rows, like or giving a unique identity to filtering the data where condition by passing the unique identity that particular record, it will be deletes. For the purpose we'll use for deleting of the something from the database table or anything. Insert into, insert new data row value in a database table. Like we are creating a registration form for the submission of the data, we have to prepare for insert into table name. And create database, this is the command which is will creating, like using for creating databases. One database server is having many databases. All you require to maintain database like a server where you are going to installing the database engine and database software, that server capacity is required to run and provide the services only. I have an applications, two applications. I don't want to have two physical machines for the two database servers. If the server is huge capacity of RAM and memory, I can manage to install one database server and I'll make it as a two database instances, we can call it as. Like e-commerce application, one database instance I create for one database e-commerce, and one more database I may make it some another application. It may be like online courses sale. Like two databases I'll mention, I'll create in the same database server only. All the things we'll see where we are going to creating a databases and tables and all. And alter database, modification of a created databases, and create table, that that creates a new table. For the purpose we'll use it. Alter table for the modification once the table created, later times if any modifications for the table. Drop table, it will delete and eliminates from the database. We have to accurately by knowing to issuing like a drop and delete command as well as drop table, these commands. Why? Because everything when be vanished from the database. If it is there any important, we have to take in a backup and do the perform like these type of commands. And creating index and drop index, these are the two are to increase and improvise our searching techniques to retrieve a fast manner from the data from the database. All right, basic, these are the basic standardization will make you an SQL professional in all the way of your journey, whether you are a business professional or you are as you are in a software engineer in the field of marketing, or MIS employee, or analysis employee, where you are going to be using in an Excel spreadsheet. If you are diverted and converted from the Excel spreadsheet to databases like MySQL or MSSQL or PostgreSQL, if you are learned basic standards and SQL usage of advantages, you will be master to retrieving of your all the queries of the answers. It's a very by making a simple query and press, and you will be known within the seconds. You will know the answers. All right. Thank you for watching this session. Thank you.